25. COVID has gained sentience. Oh no, it's in the pool.
So what you're experiencing now is that was two time travelers affecting this point in time and extrapolating out to very specific timelines. And you're gonna have to live on one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's those are the timelines. Sorry.
Choose wisely.
And now those time travelers have been remedied by the universe's natural healing process, which is why time travel is impossible, because the universe stamps it out with paradoxes.
Yep, they got Langolier.
Got Langolier. Here
That's my favorite. I know he did that on his cokiest nights, but I liked the overall plot and idea of Langoliers to where like there's no past because it's eaten by a creature we can't perceive in normal dimension.
Sure.
What if there was a monster that eats time that happens?
Yeah, man. And then instead of putting it in a book, we'll put it in a sandwich, man.
Welcome to Werewolf Radar.
Welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name's Jordan Dahl.
I'm Nate Baldwin.
I am Kokoro Boy Roger Norquist.
Today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Monstroco brand sparkling milk. We sent some cows through a portal and they came back different. How different? Taste the difference. Monstroco. What the fuck? Yeah, so it's just like regular milk. It's fizzy, but it's not like not to look at. You know, it kind of looks like TV static.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Yeah,
tastes like it too.
Kind of get hypnotized. It tastes like milk, but like new milk, you know, and it makes your bones worse.
Milk 2.
Milk 2.0. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question real quick.
Ask it.
I want to know what's in your cauldron.
Where are the shirts? I want the shirts already.
All right, I'm working on it. Let me write that down. I'll have a shirt for us. Actually, go to our website as well. We have a Werewolf Radar merch store.
We got that merch, baby. You can get out there. Actually, we're going to do some, we'll take this What's in Your Cauldron segment as an opportunity to do our shout outs. Please check us out on Patreon. Please tell your friends about the show. Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and whatever. And also send us your stories. We'll tell them on the pod. We'll talk about them. We'll give you advice, paranormal, mental, or otherwise.
Yes. And you know why you should also become a Dark Council member, hitting up us up. I can't speak anymore. Hitting us up on that patreon.com/Werewolf Radar. The monthly howl out. We're doing it again this month. Are you ready?
Shit!
Nick Bailey, Michael King, Marcelo Duran, Jason Wardell, Gloria Gray, Corridor, new patron, welcome aboard. Dylan Gutierrez, Tobias Livingston, the most well-prepared dead guy. Dylan Gutierrez again, if I didn't do it. Nolan Lewis, Jason Sweet, a Carrion Soldier, Gloria Gray II, Alicia Coy, Adam Passion, Abby Kilboom, Ryan Flint, Liam Dahl, Jessica, Jason Sweet the second, Jake Speck, Dakota Vincent, Eric Hinkle, Adric Hinkle, and Michael Prazak.
Damn,
with
so many
a very
patrons.
special spell being sent out from a friend, a fellow patron member, Ryan Flint. We're sending out a Werewolf Radar spell for you of good luck and everything to Dakota Vincent.
Yes.
That's the magical howl.
We put a bunch of good things in a jar, shuck them around,
and a bunch of bad things in a different jar. And
didn't shake that around.
We threatened the first jar with the second jar, and we said, you better give them good fortune or else you'll go in the bad jar, the boo box, they call it.
So you should be receiving some good vibes.
You got those good vibes relatively soon. On your way. That said, what do we got for the people this week, everybody? What do we got? What do we got for them? Do you want me to go first? I'd love to go first.
Go first. You seem to have that
By all
energy.
means.
Did you drink
I
my
got
coffee?
So much energy. No, I can't have much coffee because it makes my soul vibrate. And
Fair enough.
my reflection goes blurry in the mirror and my teeth itch. So now this is just me. This is just my horrible curse. But speaking of horrible curses, bang, bing, bang, boom. Who's the radio pro now, Nate? Damn it. Don't talk about it. Don't point it out. I was in looking for today's topic, I actually came across. So I initially wanted to talk about the Popobawa because I heard somebody talk about the Popobawa recently, and it's such a goofy little cryptid slash spirit monster slash sex offender in the night slash excuse for homosexual relationships in Africa. And it's such an interesting story. The Popobawa is this weird flying cryptid that people say attacks them in the night, and to the point that the government has said it's illegal to have sex with another man, even if they're a ghost. But in searching for more information about that, any news about, I always look for weird cryptid news, and I found an article that was talking about some of the strangest, like, see, this is a weird area. You can't quite call it a cryptid. You can't quite call it a ghost. It's that kind of place
quite
in
call
between.
it a comeback.
He's
been
never
here
call
for
it a
years.
comeback. He's been here for years. But like, okay, the Jersey Devil. We kind of don't know, right? Like, it seems to be it falls into this cryptid category, but all of the descriptions describe something that has been alive for at least 200 years and can disappear, and maybe was born of an oath to Satan, which is distinctly paranormal. And this led me down a road to Japanese folklore, which is just crawling with these kind of in-between beings, sometimes literally. So got some spooky ones here for you. This is from culture.trip. It's culturetrip.com.
Put it in the listen along. Let the listener listen along.
Are urban legends and myths from Japan. So these are your myths and legends. Hang on, I'm trying to find the thing. These are like, imagine this is equatable to like, you know, your hook on the hand, your the dog under the bed, you know, it's licking the hand, remember?
Yeah. Your spider bite that's filled with eggs.
With other spiders. Ugh. Yes, smaller, nastier spiders. Okay, so first up, the Red Room Curse. The story centers on the idea that a cursed pop-up will appear on a random victim's computer. The pop-up is just an image of a door, and a recorded voice will ask, "Do you like the Red Room?" The pop-up will continue.
Click yes.
The pop-up will continue to appear until the voice can finish its question, even if it is closed. Those who see the pop-up are later found dead. The walls painted red with their own blood.
So this is why the Japanese ad blockers are extra effective.
This story began as a flash animation short about a boy who was cursed and died after seeing the pop-up. In real life, the pop-up is set to appear on the user's computer at the end of the video. The video's status as an urban legend was cemented when it was discovered that the 11-year-old murderer who committed the Sasebo slashing, the killing of her 12-year-old classmate, had the video as a bookmark on her computer.
Well, that's very, very creepy.
Very creepy.
Yeah. The internet has some things on there I don't like to think about. This is now one of them.
This is a little bit more like what I was talking about here, and a cryptid from Japan that a phenomena from Japan that we've heard about before, the Kuchisaka Onna, also known as the slit-mouthed woman. Sorry, Kuchisaki Onna. Kuchisaki Onna is a rather disturbing legend surrounding a seemingly ordinary woman wearing a surgical mask as though to protect others from catching her cold. She appears before others, those walking at night, usually children, and asks, "Am I beautiful?" If you answer no, you are killed with a pair of scissors that the Kuchisaki Onna carries. If you answer yes, she takes off her mask to reveal her grotesque grin. a mouth that has been slit from ear to ear. How about now, she will ask. She will kill you if you say no, and cut you an identical smile if you say yes.
We've talked about this one, and I totally forgot about it. And now my mind is scarred once again by the fresh mental image of this horrifying
scary.
haunt.
So you might
Now
think,
you have to wonder if anti-maskers really are saving people.
so you might think that there's a, no, you don't have to wonder that. There is there, you might be wondering, what can I do? It seems like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. And there is a way to combat this kind of trap of the Kuchisaki Onna. Any guesses?
How to stop it?
Politely back away and give wide berth. So
I think another one is to go, ma'am, I'm married, and then point at your wedding ring.
Those are both really good. It says here, rumor has it that a few answers will confuse Kuchisaki Onna long enough for you to escape. So you can escape, Nate.
But through riddles, like it's fucking.
You can say,
I was gonna say Gilgamesh, the Hobbit creature, but what's its name? From the Lord of the Rings, Gilgamesh.
Gollum?
Gollum.
Gilgamesh. Yeah, remember those 4 hobbits walking around with that Persian demigod?
They went to Mordor. It's part of the epic.
Why don't we just use our armies on them? I think for some reason my Persian demigod is Nandor from What We Do in the Shadows. You guys are going the wrong way. Okay, so you can say you're average or meh, so-so. According to myth, Kuchisaki Onna was a woman disfigured by her husband when he found out she was cheating. After he viciously cut her mouth, he asked her, "Who will think you are beautiful now?" Next up.
Right.
Okay.
Curse of the Colonel.
Sanders.
23 spices in this story.
The dreaded Curse of the Colonel was thought to be the reason Hanshin Tigers couldn't win a championship, not since their 1985 Japan Series win. As the story goes, to celebrate the win, unwitting fans jumped into the Dotonburi Canal and pushed a life-size statue of Colonel Sanders, yes, the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, in with them. The Colonel was meant to represent the then first baseman, Randy Bass, an American who played for the Tigers at that time. The Tigers were thought to be doomed never to win another series until the Colonel could be rescued from the river. It was, in fact, fully recovered by divers in 2009. The Tigers have yet to win another Japan series.
Wait, hold on. Is Randy Bass dressed like he's playing baseball in 1918?
It was called stickball back then, and we used tinier sticks. We threw harder underhand.
Yeah, Randy Bass, Hanshin Tigers. Look it up. Next up, Akamanto / the Red Cape. The frightening tale of Akamanto says that the handsome spirit of a man wearing a mask waits in the stalls of ladies' washrooms, usually the last stall in a line. Once seated, the specter's voice will ask, "Do you want red paper or blue?" If you say red, you suffer a violent death. If you answer blue, you are suffocated until you turn blue and die. Deviating from these answers by, say, asking for ordinary white paper will only have ghostly hands appearing out of nowhere, sometimes right out of the toilet you're sitting on, and drag you down to hell.
Oi.
But fear not. The way to avoid any of these fates is to politely refuse anything he offers. Just never poop again. You just say no. You just say, "No, I'm okay. I have plenty of paper here." Only ladies' bathrooms, huh? Akamanto?
What, is my dick not good enough for you? That's not the point.
Dang, da, dang, dang, dang. Tomino's Hell. Tomino's Hell is a poem by Saijo Yaso. According to internet legend, the poem curses the reader with misfortune and death if read aloud. There are a few possible ways to interpret the disturbing symbolism in the poem, which David Bowles describes in the footnotes of his superb English translation of the Japanese original. Either Tomino was murdered has murdered his parents and is now suffering in the Buddhist idea of 7 circles of hell, or author Saijo Yaso is symbolically describing the feeling of his survivor's guilt after the passing of his sister or father. So don't read that poem. Yikes.
That takes my segment.
Apparently it's only it only curses you if you read it aloud.
Oh, so if you just keep it inside, you're good. You can have a fun time.
I guess so.
But the moment you share it with a friend.
Teki Teki. You remember Teki Teki?
I know Tiki Tiki Rambo.
Teki Teki was a schoolgirl who tripped on some train tracks at a critical moment. She was cut in half by the oncoming locomotive. Now Teki Teki is a vengeful spirit who crawls around on her hands and elbows, the dragging sound of her torso along the ground making a Teki Teki sound, which gives her her name, Teki Teki, wanders around at night, slicing her victims in half with a scythe to mimic her own disfigurement. She can also hide in places like cars and windows, where half a body would typically be seen. And once her victim comes close enough, she surprises them and reveals herself. You can only escape Teki Teki if you can outrun her, but watch out. She's extremely fast.
I'm working on that upper body for years.
Pretty scary stuff. That does it for Jordan's Japanese urban legend corner, but I think I'm gonna come back to this next week, because this is we're scratching the surface, y'all. This is that is a taste of what's out there.
I like it. I like having it drawn out. It makes me want to come back for more
I know.
Jordan meat.
I'm a genius of marketing. Come back next week. We'll be talking more about Japanese urban legends. Maybe we'll take it into other parts of the Pacific Rim as well.
Nate, you or I?